GAA Coaching Conference obviously has been in existence now for a number of years, and I've been fortunate to work in the association and obviously have gone overseas to work in the AFL environment, and I think it's a vital part of the GAA Coaching and Games development brand, because it starts the year off, it brings everyone together in terms of networking, and also it gives coaches the opportunity to come here and hear from a number of facilitators or a number of talkers throughout in a weekend format, and that they can then bring the knowledge back to their local counties and clubs. Albert Einstein quotes that if the 6-year-old won't understand it, then we won't understand it then out there. So basically, my example around that is when we sit down in terms of when we're picking a team, when we're creating structures and creating different set plays and whatnot, if we over categorize it or over complicate it, then if we don't understand it ourselves, then how are the players on the ground going to understand it when we're trying to deliver the message? Tips that I'd like to give some coaches would be to be structured, number one, to have a clear point. If you're not confident in terms of delivering something, always have it wrote down on your sheet of paper, keep it in your pocket if you need to refer to something. Taking your time and pausing and having a deep breath and regathering your thoughts is also very important, because at the end of the day we're there to facilitate the learning of the players and to educate them in the way to play the game, basically. We use the phrase "make others better" to Giants to basically say what it is. It's you're making others better. We split it up probably into two categories: coaches making players better, but also players making players better as well. When you go out onto the field, players take over and they play the game. So ultimately what we're trying to do is make the players better before they go into battle, and then the players have that confidence to be able to lead by example out in the field, and have their old methodology in terms of having their self right of making others better as well. From a coaching point of view, making others better and making players better, I guess it comes under a number of strands. Like, the education of the game is number one, education around training and reviewing practices of what we do. And I think in our AFL setup, we're fortunate enough to have cameras at all our training sessions and all our games, so we can review our training sessions and our practices with individual players. And then from my point of view as a coach, I'm there to facilitate the learning as a player, so I can sit down with a player one-on-one and ultimately look at a piece of vision and ask questions around what could have been done better, or what did he do really, really well at that stage. And ultimately what's coming out of that is that I've made that player better at that any given time.